What's going on, guys and girls? It's GhostRobo and welcome back to For Honor. I love this game and I love this video. It's a super unique one because today we're going to show how to win matches even if your team is mediocre or bad. Sometimes it's not about focusing on kills and crushing, but maybe on accruing points, acquiring capture and hold zones, and doing your darndest to keep your team alive. You guys enjoy the video and want more For Honor action up in your sub boxes, make sure to smash that like button. Let me know in the comments below who and what you want to see. I'll do my best to bring all of it your way. But again, Dominion is about acquiring 1,000 points, breaking the other team, and then brutalizing their 4 heroes who have 1 ticket / 1 life remaining. And usually that can be accomplished by just kind of running around, attacking, taking points, etc. But this match was different. This match started out at a huge disadvantage. I jumped in, I got match made into a match that we were down 400 points. So it is a very, very different style of game when you're down 400 points right off the bat and they're flying. Because for all the kills you can get, you know, for all the takedowns and all the executions, none of it matters if your team loses. You know, if you're going for score, if you're going for, you know, building your stats or trying to get an epic kill count, that's one thing, and I definitely do that from time to time. But today I wanted to really see how effective I could be as a team player. So capturing zones was going to be my focus. And this has one of the craziest comeback endings I have ever seen. And it ends in sort of a disastrous but also amazing way. So you'll see that in a second, more like 8 minutes. But until then, the Nobushi is very good at poking and can be a very vicious counterpart in battle, but I found that she's not the greatest to lead the charge. And obviously that's pretty evident. I'm not sure what these two dudes are doing standing around here. But she is not the greatest at leading or accidentally running into a field of evil, because she can very quickly go down, and her attack animations are long. She does not have the ability to really get in and quickly, you know, deal massive damage like the Berserker, but she can be very effective at range and in more strategic situations. But again, ignore the KDR. We're focusing entirely here on points. So right now, we've got 1 of 3, and we're still down a solid 220, but we're gaining because we have neutralized 1, so we're now gaining at the same rate, which is bringing things a little bit closer to even, it seems. And now I'm going to go capture this point. And you'll find that in For Honor, at least in the beta, a lot of people capture and then clear out, and capture and clear out, and capture and clear out. So as you see there, we took 2 points, the middle B is neutralized, and therefore we now have taken the lead. So we were down over 400 points at the beginning when I entered the battle. And now, not through a whole bunch of kills, not through some sort of, you know, epic streak of execution, we are now in the lead and up by 60 points. So that's the first sign that, like, man, capturing can be incredibly important. But where capturing can also be incredibly important is if you are broken, right? If you're down, say, 1,037 to 800, remember that taking a point will subtract 100 points from their score and add it to yours. And that's a quick way to really turn the tides towards the end of a match. And one thing I love about Dominion is how things can all go like from horrible to heroic, and from heroic right back to horrible towards the end of the match. And obviously if you build up a big lead, that's hard to overcome. But in a situation like this where I'm focused on capturing and again have retaken the point advantage from the orange guys, it really does come down to the wire. And I love that there is an encouragement of smart play, right? It feels like a much more cerebral multiplayer mode at that point than it does just a mash and maul mode, which I like. So as you can see here, I got to be careful. I don't want to risk death. I just want to run to points that I can capture. So A did not seem to be where I should focus my energy, so instead I'm going to go to C. And right now, you know, they're up 170, 180. Now they're up 300 almost. But in theory, as long as I get these points back, it really evens the score. So make sure, if you notice your team down, that you really do try to capture points. And eventually, I think, you know, once there is a little bit more understanding of the game modes and a little bit more of a solid player base who have played the game more than 1 or 2 matches, I think we will start to see more battlefield tactics and more actual altercations and conflicts occur around points A, B, and C rather than just, you know, randomly across the map. But now things are starting to get a bit dire. We're down 220, and they are quickly closing in on 4 digits. They've got 2 points. My team doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot in terms of capturing it all, so I'm going to have to really take charge there. I am going to try to get some kills because, again, if you can, you know, work on getting those, you know, those respawn timer, like where it builds, so you increase the respawn timer the more they die and whatnot, it can help, especially late game when you're trying to capture points. So again, I'm going to take C back here. And they're at 900, so that's a critical cap right there because I just prevent them from reaching the limit or breaching the limit rather. And now all of a sudden it is a 50-60 point round. But they're about to take us to 1,000 again, and this is where sort of that comeback is about to come. I barely miss with this arrow barrage, so I'm looking for where the enemy is because we're contesting the zone. Back in the corner there, and I could not pull it as near as I needed to, so I was like, I'm just going to fire it, and I literally just barely missed this dude, which would have sent, I believe this is an Orochi, or it's a Kensei, no, I think it's a Orochi, straight to instant demise. Instead, again, the quicker strikes of that Orochi really just are not a good match for my Nobushi, especially since I don't have extreme skill with her yet. But again, because of capturing, we've kept them under 1,000, and we're really extending this round. If the timer drains too much, it will not matter who breaks. It will instead go to just who has the most points. But we are broken now, and it looks like one of our dudes bit the dust right off the bat. So it's critical here that I get us out of sudden death by capturing C back. And this is what I'm talking about focusing on the mode rather than just the madness. And sure, it's totally more fun to be in the battle, and you could literally play an entire round of Dominion never raising your sword once, never defending, never attacking, but still being the most critical and important part of your team if you are capturing correctly. So they now take C back, and we're back in a breaking stance. But again, this can flip, and it's getting to be a bit of a disaster because they have all 3 points now. My team really is not doing a whole lot, but they're at 1,200 to 600. Now, if I can get to 1,000, we both break, and then it's anybody's ball game. So that's my focus right now. My focus is I'm probably not going to lower them down below 1,000. So I need to make sure that my team stays alive, I stay alive, and we work on the points. So while everyone is chunking it out in the middle, duking and trying to, you know, chase each other around, I'm going to take advantage of that chase because it leaves an exposure of the capture point. So just like that, I was able to take them all the way from 1,200 back down, and they do it again. So again, you can do it if you have good team coordination. I was playing solo, so if I was able to work with someone else, probably could have done this a whole lot better and a whole lot quicker. But nonetheless, one-man army, because they're not playing the mode, I'm able to really make some extreme headway at trying to keep us alive. So we're back to 4 full guys because we unbroke them, or unbroke ourselves, and then they rebroke us. We get our respawn back. And now check this out. The way the match has been going, the way the points fall, once I capture this, I flip it. Now they are broken and we are alive, which is madness. Okay? Again, they're at 964, so if they get any point, we're both going to be in a full-on sudden death status. Right now they're gaining no points, and we're building our lead to the point where if they even take 1 point back, our loss of 100 points will not get us out of that broken status. Once we clear 1,100, we're kind of in the clear. And as you see, now both of us are broken. And it's stand and fight for everyone. They have 2 left. I have 4 remaining. So this should be, you know, our game. We should have done the impossible. Started down 400 points, came back, fought off being broken again, broke them, and then kept our composure to get the win. Now, we have 3, they have 2. So you think this is anybody's ball game, and you'll notice that the score is very, very close. So capturing points still could matter because if the timer runs out, it's about points. Now, there's an error, the match ends. I don't get to finish the job, but I feel like we absolutely would. If they had 2 left, we had 3. Our scores were near and dear to each other, but I could have grabbed the advantage back by capturing another. And the main point here is look how different a round of Dominion can play out if your focus is on being sort of that stealthy capture and hold nuisance. You know, you're really annoying and frustrating the other team because you're constantly taking points right after they take them. But it's super helpful to your score. So you can play For Honor a variety of ways. You can go for massive kills, and a lot of times those kill counts will support you as long as your team is working with decent cohesion in winning the round. But there's another way to play, another way to win, and that is focusing entirely on capture points, no matter what your team's doing, no matter how bad they are. And it's a way for you to really build up the ability to affect a match even with a mediocre or poor team. And so I thought that was a really cool showcase of that kind of a strategy, and I hope you guys got a kick out of it and learned some stuff. Let me know what you think of the sneak and just take all the points strategy. And until next time, everyone, thanks so much for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed. Hopefully, we're going to build a big and awesome For Honor community here because I love the game, and I can't wait to make more of it. So drink so much, y'all. Thanks again. Have a fantastic day, and we will see you all later.